Hello, welcome back to the Money Boss. How are you guys doing today? Did you guys watch the Chiefs game? Are you a Chiefs fan? I was rooting for the Chiefs and we had a victory. But it was a very good game. But what I would like to say is if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like the video, and share with someone that you know that are going on a journey to become financially free. So, without further ado, you guys, I'm going to get into it. This video here, I will be sharing just some of the things I've learned about budgeting and where I'm going. I know I first started off talking with you guys, explaining to you what a money boss is. And I'll just reiterate that point. A money boss is a person that is well-rounded, money-wise, and they boss their money like a pro. A money boss is always aware and they plan for the now and the future. And a key characteristic of a money boss is very important that the goals was planned and it was worked toward. Get used to bossing your money now. I know I had gave a tip. It's like if you didn't know where to start, to just start anywhere. It didn't matter if it was $1, 15 cents, but just put something away to save. You have to start somewhere. And that's where I'm going to try to catch up to where I am now. But that was one thing I just wanted people to understand, to just start with the mindset of putting something away. This mindset is very important. Unfortunately, people can have bad habits. We all do. We all have had them at one point in time, but you can unlearn bad habits. That's another key area to start. You have to know what they are, though. I suggested to write down all your expenses in like a little spending log for at least 3 months so you can know what you're doing. Categorize your expenditures, food, gas, clothing, beauty supplies, trips, birthdays, whatever it is. You categorize those items, and for those 3 months, you can then set up some kind of analysis on what and where you're spending your money. So that's another key thing. Keeping all your receipts is very important. So once you log out all of your spending, or use your receipts, your bank accounts, whatever documentation you have to help solidify all those categories you have. Some receipts you might have to break up. I've done that before. I've gone to Walmart and bought dog food, and I've bought some equipment for what I'm doing here on this channel. So, but I break it out and separate the categories. So, and you might have a list of 10, 20, 30 categories, but it is what it is. You need to know. A money boss knows what they're spending and where they're spending it at. So, start, write everything out, then you can categorize all your expenses. Some of the categories then can be separated into sinking funds. What is a sinking fund, you ask? Okay. A sinking fund is a fund containing money set aside or saved to pay off a debt or a bond. A bond is another word for debt. A sinking fund is for the known. Things you know are coming down the pipe. You know what is coming in your bills, what's coming up next week, next month. Those are known debts. And then other terms for sinking funds, this might also help somebody, or is a capital works fund, a savings account, stash, stockpiles, reserve funds, backup, even mad money. That's what the category, the definition said, and when I looked it up, it said mad money. Isn't that something? And an emergency fund or funds set aside for unknown expenditures. You know, you never know what may come up in an emergency. Your car break down, you need to fly out of state for an emergency, you know, those type of things. Unknown. Variable expenses is a simple word or a factor that is liable to change or to vary. You could have variable funds, which can also be understood as a sinking fund because you're setting money aside for those known things, but it can vary because the amount can change. Fixed funds or fixed amounts, or just what that is a set amount to be paid in or on a schedule. The amount or cost will not change, and it will, with an increase or a decrease in the number of goods or serving produced or sold. That's what this definition I saw said about fixed funds. And so when you're working on a budget, and the word budget, I looked up, it is an estimate of income and expenditures for a set period of time. A budget is an amount of money needed or available for a purpose, otherwise known as a spending plan. So much. The beginning of a budget. When you plan out things that you have spent money on, and you categorize those. When you know what your income is, you can subtract what you spent about from what you've made, and that will give you a balance or an idea of what you are spending weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly, however you plan to set your budget. But it could be one of any of those ways I just mentioned. But you compare what you're currently doing with what you want to do. And a typical spending analysis percentage that I've seen on so many websites is a percentage of having a 50, 30, and 20% rule. The 50% will represent your needs, what you're spending on that you need, food, a roof over your head, transportation, those, or whatever you consider is a need. Then 30% should represent your wants. You know, getting our nails done, getting a new outfit, those are wants. It might be a need to somebody, but typically it's a want. And thirdly, the 20% should represent savings and investments. Or debts, it says here. But, you know, unfortunately, some people's debt amount may be a little more than 20%. But you will not know that unless you write it on out and figure out the percentage of what you're doing. And so this will give you a good picture to see where you need to either cut back or increase on your income. If you can work overtime, you know, you might say, oh man, I need to get some overtime hours this month too, because I have some more things I want to get accomplished. So, you know, that's how you boss your money. You start doing things, you make moves to make your plan work for you. So, let's see here. I have so much information. So basically, check-ins, well, when you take your budget and you compare to what you have done, because you're going to project what the budget is prior to you actually receiving your income and paying your bills, putting your money into the savings accounts and things of that nature. You should have your budget laid out prior to that. And then once you get paid and once the bills come due, you can basically reconcile with your projected and the actual amount. Basically to square up everything, to see if everything is in agreement. And with a zero-based budget, when you plan out your budget ahead of time, you should plan out to get to a zero balance. So your income minus your bills and debt, minus your spending money, minus your sinking funds, and your savings should all balance out to a zero balance. That's what the zero-based budget is. And I know I had asked in one of my videos if anyone had information about high yield savings. And what I did a little more research on, I'm looking up different accounts. And this is printed, came off of a NerdWallet website. And it's listing here the top standout online savings account. I know some people don't like to do things online, but that was just this printout that I decided to print out. You know, you can have the brick and mortar banks that you can go and inquire about, or their specific website to see, because some people don't want their money not accessible. They want it close. They want to, get to it in a nick of time. So whatever works for you and your money. I'm just getting some information, but it's listing here SoFi and NerdWallet rated it a 4.5 out of 5. The APY, which is the annual percentage yield, of 4.6. And this is a little list that says bonus $300. Earn up to $300 with direct deposit, terms apply. So they also gave how much you had to put deposit to open a high yield savings account. Some were zero, quite a few were zero. Some were 1,000, 1,500, 5,000. So it varies, but you just have to find out what works best for you. Barclays here, their percentage rate 4.35. Amex is 4.35, and NerdWallet rated this one as a 4.0 out of 5. The Barclays is 4.5. So there's a lot of information, you guys. I promise you. Just take your time and get out there and see what can fit for you. But these are definitely better than a regular savings account. Wealthfront cash accounts, 0 monthly fee, a 5% APY. Fidelity IRA and NerdWallet rated this one a 5.0. So, and I also looked up, because I watched Cruise Budget, Kathy with Cruise Budget. I'll link her site in the description box. She had mentioned she opened up a CD ladder, and that just sparked interest to look up CDs as well. And so this is Marcus by Goldman and Sachs, and I guess they're having a special promotion CD term, 14-month term, 5.25 APY. But please ask questions about taxes and when can you withdraw the money. But there's a lot of good things, but you have to know what you're looking for, know what you will accept, and choose accordingly. So, but there's a lot of information, you guys. It's out there. I'm gonna keep doing research, and I'll choose something soon. Soon and very soon. So I have also completed my monthly budget. So this is my projected amounts for February here, and which I know this is a low amount because it's almost like I'm definitely 15 days back, but with what I do, my side hustles, they are slow in December and January, and I don't accept all of the jobs that are presented to me because I like to spend time with family around the holidays. So I almost take 2 weeks off to allow myself that time to spend with friends and families, loved ones, and I'm going to continue to do that. That's why I like working for myself, because I can do what I want to do. I boss me just like I'm bossing my money. That's just me. So, but I can still work with whatever I have. So I have projected what I will save, use in my cash envelopes. I have my sinking funds that I plan on stuffing. Not all of them, but just a few. And my savings amount for the month. So majority of these amounts will be cut in half semi-monthly for me, because that's how I receive my income, semi-monthly. So I hope I gave somebody some information that they didn't know, and if I may not explained it well enough, shoot me a question. Ask me what did I mean about that, or if you have a different take on what I tried to explain, shoot me an email. Say, well, Cenarian, I thought this was this. Or Sadie, I don't think you have that right. So I'll take it all. But until next time, you guys, if you want to see more budgeting information, more cash stuffing information, more just, coming together, savings challenges, see what I've designed next, because I'm steady working on that, getting my shop together. Come on back. I would love to see and hear from you guys. Subscribe and like the video. Share it again, please. Share it. And until next time, bye-bye.